Hello students and welcome to the capsule program on operating system concepts. In this capsule program, first of all, we will understand the objectives of this capsule program. Then we will see some basic DOS commands, then batch file, and we will see what are the various PowerShell commands. So let's start. As I mentioned in the beginning, first of all, let us have a look at the objectives of capsule program. The first very important objective is to provide outline of the course or the subject in advance, to explain the course outcome by conducting select topics, practical or hands-on, to get them or to get the students feel of the course, and to develop interest among the students for that particular course. So with this objective, first of all, we will start discussing the DOS commands. Now, why we are actually discussing about the DOS commands in capsule program, you may have come across a statement, learning the Windows command line won't just take your IT skills to a new level, but it will open a new portal to you. So understanding of DOS commands or batch commands or PowerShell commands are essentially very, very important of the candidates who are desiring to do their career in the field of system administration or network administration. Because in today's date, whatever tasks are going to be executed in line with system administration or network administration, if the administrators try to make it automatically executable, then it will be more efficient. And for that sake, the administrator should be very, very well versed with the basic DOS commands, the batch file concept, and the PowerShell commands. And that's the intention why we are learning all these things in this particular capsule program. So let us have a look at the basic batch commands or the DOS commands. First of all, what do you mean by batch? Batch is a scripting file which is created in MS-DOS environment on the command prompt, which has series of DOS commands which can be executed at one go or at one time. So these are some typical DOS commands you can see here. The first dir, that is directory, which lists the content of the present directory. cd, that is change directory, which changes the path of the present directory. md, make directory, which will help us to create a new directory. rd, remove directory, which will remove the directory provided it is empty. And finally, copycon is a DOS command which is used to create a new file. Now, let us start discussing about Windows PowerShell. Of course, Windows PowerShell was invented after the command prompt by Microsoft in order to provide some value-added features. What is Windows PowerShell? It's an interactive command line interpreter and interface and automation engine which is designed by the Microsoft to help design system administrators or to help design system configurations in order to automate the tasks. Just now we talked about this, and today PowerShell offers users an extensive environment to do so. At its core, what does PowerShell allow the user to access? Actually, PowerShell allows the user to access first command prompt, PowerShell commands, .NET Framework API on the basis of which the PowerShell is created, Windows Management Instrumentation, that is WMI, and Windows COM, that is Component Object Model. So all these utilities can be accessed by making use of PowerShell. Now let us have a look at some basic PowerShell commands. But before that, first of all, try to understand what you mean by command line. CommandNet is a lightweight script which performs a single function. It is used in the PowerShell environment, which actually helps in the PowerShell runtime, invokes these commandlets within the context of automation scripts, and which will help us to automate that particular task. Now, before we go further, just have a look at the differences between command and PowerShell. The first very important difference is it is a task-based command line interface in terms of PowerShell and scripting environment, which is based on .NET Framework, whereas command prompt is the command line interpreter for Windows operating system, or Microsoft Windows operating system. PowerShell uses much more powerful functions than commandlets. They're as compared to called commandlets. But in case of command prompt, it is mostly string based and it is the older batch language with a standard set of functions. In case of PowerShell, it can interpret both the batch commands as well as PowerShell commands. And in case of command prompt, it can only interpret batch commands. In case of PowerShell, very importantly, the output generated is not just a stream of text, but these are nothing but the objects. Since PowerShell is based on .NET Framework, but whereas in command prompt, the output generated is nothing but just a stream of characters. So with this knowledge, let us have a look at the basic or the top 10 PowerShell commands. The first PowerShell command you can see is help. Get help. The syntax is get hyphen help. Now this particular command will result into the help for that particular command. For example, to find out all the commands you can use with the get verb, type get help, name the parameter and the starting word, or maybe if you want to list out all the commands or all the processes starting with get. So that will be the syntax. Second and third, all these commandlets are in line with the execution policy which the administrators will set in the server environment. Command number 4 or commandlet number 4, get service. This particular command provides a list of all the services which are installed on your system. Now, if you want to specifically list out certain services starting with certain word, okay, or having inclusion of certain word, then you can use some parameters such as display name. Okay, the examples are listed in this particular slide. Commandlet number 5 is convert to HTML. It is also one of the interesting commandlet which converts .NET objects into HTML. It means if you want to make the output of one particular command display in an HTML file through the browser, then you can use this particular convert to HTML commandlet. The example is get alias. Now alias is nothing but the alternative name to your commandlets. For example, for maybe change the directory, the alias will be cd, like that. So get alias pipe, a very important bar key character, which will pass on the output of first command as an input to the next one, convert to HTML, pipe, out file aliases.html, and invoke item is the parameter which will invoke that HTML file and make you see that file in the browser. Commandlet number 6, export CSV. Now this particular commandlet converts the object into a series of comma separated value, that is CSV files. For example, whatever output is generated out of the result of the first command, it will be input, or it will be as an input to the next, that is the CSV file. Here, I have taken into consideration the commandlet example get service. Okay, with get service, what will happen? All the services in your system will be listed. Now, if you want to copy those services, or if you want to store that particular list into a CSV file, you can use export CSV commandlet. Commandlet number 7 is select object. Here you can specifically select a specific object and monitor or analyze the properties of that object. Now here, if you want to see certain properties of a process which are running into your system, such as the process name, the process ID, and the working set, you can fire this command like this: get process, pipe, select object, property, process name, ID, and WS stands for working set. Commandlet number 8, get event log. As the name suggests, you can actually use PowerShell to parse your computer's all the event log files. So here I have taken an example which will make you see the list of all the application related logs. Commandlet number 9, get process. I think I have already talked about it. It will make you see all the processes that are running on your system. Without parameters, the commandlet gets all the processes. But if you want to specifically see certain properties of that particular process, then you can mention so. And the final and the last PowerShell command is stop process. Whatever running process you want to halt or you want to stop, you can use this particular commandlet. Stop process name msprint. So this particular commandlet will make your msprint stop. Okay. So here we have seen the top 10 PowerShell commands. Actually, there are 200 commandlets which can be executed with PowerShell. So you can explore them as per your comfort. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for my next video.